You're probably here because you're trying to write a personal statement, but you have no idea where to start or what to write. On top of that, you're probably after a quick fix or a magic genie that'll just write it for you. Well, I haven't got a magic genie, but I do have a ChatGPT. That's right. I asked ChatGPT, an AI-powered language learning model, to write me a personal statement that will get me into a UK medical school. And this is how it went. Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. My name's Shane and I'm a doctor and neuroscience supervisor at Oxford University. And today we're going to see if an AI-generated personal statement is good enough to submit as it is and whether that will get you into medical school. The short answer is, well, no, but it's close. And I'm going to point out what's great about it, what's not so great about it, and how we can best use it and make it the best it can be. Finally, of course, I'll be addressing the million-dollar question. Is this cheating? Will you get found out? And if you do, will you be banned from applying for anything ever again? But first, let's begin by breaking down the structure of this AI-generated personal statement. The personal statement was 573 words in total. The introduction makes up 13% of the words. The academic section of the main body makes up 15% of the words. Work experience and volunteering make up 22%, whilst extracurricular makes up 10%. Then, a separate research section also got 10% of the words, and finally, the lengthy conclusion got 29% of the words. Right, so let's now dive into each of these sections to see what was great about it, what was not so great, and what we can make even better. So, let's have a read of the introduction. As an aspiring medical student, my journey has been shaped by a profound passion for medicine and a relentless drive to make a positive impact on people's lives. The first sentence here uses lots of emotive words to convey a strong connection to medicine and a need to help others. Things like alliteration helps with creating a stylish prose that reads beautifully. Going on, it reads, "From a young age, I was inspired by the altruism and dedication of healthcare professionals who selflessly devote themselves to the well-being of others." Even though it starts with a somewhat cliché phrase, it goes on to highlight some key qualities relevant to medicine as a career, which shows some insight and understanding of what it means to be a doctor. The final sentence of the introduction reads, "Now, standing on the threshold of my dream career, I'm eager to contribute my skills and compassion to the dynamic field of medicine." This sentence utilizes more stylish prose and emotive language, but lacks substance. For example, it refers to skills, but doesn't highlight any specific examples either here or in the previous sentences. So, whilst it reads very well, it's clear that this is just dressed up fluff. To avoid this, relevant, specific examples are required. For example, "Now, standing on the threshold of my dream career, I'm eager to contribute my skills gained through the academic achievement and voluntary caring, such as progressive thinking, communication, and compassion, to the dynamic field of medicine." Whilst this sentence is now longer and reads slightly less well, it conveys much more substance that is personalized and extracts key qualities relevant to medicine from personal experience. Now, let's move on to the main body. So, the first part of the main body is dedicated to academia and it reads, "My academic pursuits have laid a solid foundation for my medical journey. Excelling in the sciences, particularly biology and chemistry, fueled my curiosity about the intricacies of the human body and its complexities." Emotive words are used here to highlight a strong academic track record in relevant subjects. But again, it's painfully vague. Using an example such as an award for academic achievement will help to personalize and boost the point. For example, "My academic pursuits have earned me Best in School GCSE and A-level awards that have helped me lay a solid foundation for my medical journey." Going on, it reads, "Through hands-on lab work and research projects, I developed critical thinking and problem-solving abilities that I believe are essential in the medical profession." This sentence nicely follows the formula of providing an experience, extracting the key quality, and then linking it back to medicine. To add authenticity, it should expand in a little bit more detail about the lab work and research. The final part of the academic section reads, "Moreover, my commitment to academic excellence has taught me the value of discipline and time management. which will be vital as I embark on the demanding journey of becoming a doctor. This again extracts key qualities gained from past experiences, shows reflection, and highlights how it will allow them to become a better doctor. But again, it lacks the necessary detail for authenticity, so it definitely needs more evidence. For example, I would change this sentence to read like this. Moreover, my commitment to academic excellence, evidenced by my gold award in the Senior Maths Challenge and Salter's Chemistry Prize, has taught me the value of discipline and time management. This will be vital as I embark on the demanding journey of becoming a doctor. Now, this sentence has been transformed by the addition of specific supercurricular academic achievements, while still maintaining the extraction of key qualities and reflection which links it back to medicine. Now, let's take a look at the work experience section. Beyond academic achievements, I have actively sought opportunities to gain practical experience in healthcare settings. Volunteering at a local hospital exposed me to the compassionate and empathetic care that patients deserve. Witnessing the profound impact that healthcare professionals have on individuals' lives further solidified my determination to pursue a career in medicine. The experiences taught me the importance of effective communication, active listening, and cultural sensitivity, skills that are crucial in providing holistic patient care. The first sentence here is just a filler with no real value apart from highlighting a proactive approach. However, when space is tight, this should be one of the first sentences to go, because the proactivity is implied already or could be highlighted more efficiently in the sentences that follow. The next two sentences discuss an experience which highlights key qualities observed that are vital in healthcare, and then goes on to show commitment to the profession. Again, a more specific example of what exactly they observed that led to these reflections will help boost the authenticity and value of the point. The final sentence is a great example of key quality compounding, which is a space saver strategy that should be used sparingly. In this context, I think it would have been more valid to use this strategy if they had used more specific examples within it. But without specificity, this last sentence screams out AI-generated fluff. So key quality compounding is fine, but should be used in conjunction with specific targeted examples. Moving on to the volunteering part, it reads, to broaden my perspective, I engaged in overseas medical missions in underserved communities. These eye-opening experiences exposed me to the stark healthcare disparities in different regions and highlighted my awareness of the social determinants of health. Embracing these challenges reinforced my commitment to becoming a compassionate advocate for those facing healthcare inequalities. The first sentence here shows evidence of proactive volunteering, and the second sentence shows their awareness of public health issues. And the final sentence brings it back to that commitment to study medicine. Whilst the structure, flow, and writing style is excellent here, the lack of detail lets it down. So it's important to embellish this with details such as location, definition of the community served, and elaboration on what exactly the eye-opening experiences were. Now let's move ahead to the extracurricular section. Throughout my journey, I have embraced leadership roles in various extracurricular activities, including serving as the president of the Health and Wellness Club at my school. As a leader, I aimed to create a platform that promoted health education and well-being among students. This role allowed me to develop teamwork and management skills while nurturing my passion for community outreach. Now this is a fantastic section that provides a specific example of its reflection and extracts key qualities gained that match directly to the person's specification of medicine. Moving forwards, interestingly, this AI-generated personal statement decides to swing back to academia, in particular, supercurricular academia in the form of research. It reads, having explored the theoretical and practical aspects of medicine, I am also keenly interested in research. I participated in a summer research program where I contributed to a study investigating the link between genetics and autoimmune diseases. The experiences of working alongside esteemed researchers ignited my fascination with medical research and the potential it holds for advancing healthcare. Structurally, it seems a bit unwise to include this section so far from the academic section. But forgetting that for a moment, The sentences themselves deliver a relatively specific example which shows wider interest in medicine as a scientific and evolving subject. It would have been nicer to see a more specific example of the advances that they were researching and how that would progress patient care. But in the interest of space, this level of detail does work here. Let's now move on to the concluding aspect of the personal statement. I've used the term concluding aspect rather than conclusion because this AI-generated personal statement actually chooses to use a pre-conclusion followed by the final conclusion, which is an interesting strategy given the space limitation. Anyway, let's take a look at this pre-conclusion. Medicine to me is not just a profession, but a vocation driven by compassion and empathy. I believe in a patient-centered approach that considers not only the physical, but also the emotional and psychological well-being of individuals. My experiences have taught me the importance of collaboration and interdisciplinary teamwork in delivering the best possible care to patients. This paragraph, whilst it does identify and show reflective awareness of some important key person specifications, it feels very out of place. It would be better off attached to a specific example in the work experience section rather than in this weird pre-conclusion. Now, let's take a look at the proper conclusion. In conclusion, my journey towards medicine has been shaped by academic excellence, practical experiences, leadership, and a genuine desire to make a meaningful difference in people's lives. This sentence nicely uses key quality compounding to maximize the use of the space available to neatly summarize the attributes relevant to medicine. It also uses emotive language to convey authenticity. However, the word leadership looks a bit lonely and out of place. So I would take it out to create a classic, simple triad. Moving on, it reads, the pursuit of a medical degree is not just a goal. It is a calling that I'm devoted to wholeheartedly. I'm excited to embrace the challenges and responsibilities that come with being a medical student, and ultimately a compassionate and skilled physician. This is a beautiful sentence that reinforces understanding of the challenges in medicine and gives a reasoned commitment to it while showing projection. Finally, it reads, a place at your esteemed medical school will provide me with the ideal environment to grow both personally and professionally, and I'm committed to making the most of this opportunity. Thank you for considering my application. These last two sentences are unnecessary politeness that take up much coveted space. In my opinion, they should be removed, and the space should be used to add details using specific examples in the previous sections that I've mentioned. Now, let's take a look at some of the pros and cons behind this AI-generated personal statement, starting with the pros. I'll be honest, this personal statement in its raw AI-generated first draft is pretty excellent. For the most part, it's structured very well into conventional sections with signposting words that allow it to flow beautifully. The majority of the examples used follow the formula of example, key quality, reflection, and link back to medicine. Finally, emotive words are used throughout to convey passion and an interesting writing style that makes it quite fun to read. Now, here are the cons. There are of course some issues and room for improvement. The main drawback of utilizing AI is that it can feel a bit impersonal without very many specific examples. Now, it is possible to feed ChatGPT some of your personal experiences and achievements, and then ask it to incorporate them into the personal statement. For the most part, it even does a reasonable job at this, but I do find that the incorporation tends to be a bit crude and forced. So at this moment in time at least, I personally find it easier to use the ChatGPT generated first draft and add in the specific examples myself. Of course, ChatGPT and other AI generated language models are constantly evolving, and so this recommendation could change in the future. Now, let's get back to the million-dollar question that's been sitting here ominously. Will you get 1, found out for using AI to write your personal statement? And 2, if you do, then will you get rejected? Well, I can't speak on behalf of any university or its policy, but I would say asking an AI-generated model to write you a personal statement, changing it in no way, and just sending it off as your own is, at its best, unethical, and at its worst, plagiarism. But just as we take inspiration from reading other people's personal statement, if we use the AI's first draft, chop and change things, add our specific examples, and make it very much our own, then we've created an original piece of work that we can very much defend as our own work. I'll put a link below to a UCAS article addressing this issue that I find useful. Now, if you want to find out more information on how to use AI-generated personal statements and make them your own, then you might like to check out these playlists. Or watch my full personal statement masterclass by clicking the link below. The first 20 lessons are completely free for you to watch, and you'll get 50% off the Ultimate Personal Statement Guide ebook. But that's it for me for today. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you again next time.